Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming back again this week. I appreciate you. I'm here this week. I'm your host, Tanya, and I'm here with my co-host, Richard Adamson II.
Hey,
And I'm
good
here with
morning.
him. Yes. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Good?
Good, wonderful.
Nice to see you back.
Yes, good to be back with
Yeah,
you.
yep. So we are have a special guest today because everybody wants to know about being a vegetarian, what it takes, and I can't do it because of this and that. So today we have vegan chef. I say it wrong. Vegan chef, founder, CEO of Vegans Are Us, with a touch of soul, fit for life, Inc. Holistic nutritionist. She is a health wellness coach and an author of Vegans Are Us Cookbook, which I'll put the link in there. Please welcome the lovely vegan chef, Sharonda Harris-Bunton. Hey.
Hello,
Hey,
hello everyone. How are you? Thank
very
you
good
for
to see you.
having me. I'm so
Hey.
excited.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you so much. Um,
Yes, thank you.
let's see. Rich, thank you. I'm so happy to see you again.
Yes,
It's a
good
good
to be
thing.
back with you.
Yeah, so I had you here today because, well, not because Rich is great at booking people, but also so many people are onto this vegan thing and they have all these myths. But we're going to try to dispel some of them if we can today. So, how did you come to the plant-based life?
So, my husband and I had a challenge. Well, I
Hmm.
was already partial vegetarian. I
Hmm.
wasn't. I hadn't consumed like beef and pork in like over 30 years.
Okay.
So I was just pretty much eating like poultry,
Okay.
and still doing the cheese and the dairy and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So we had a bet that we bet each other that we would do a 30-day challenge
Hmm.
doing raw vegan,
Hmm.
which is
Mm,
everything's raw.
Wow.
And we did it, and we felt so amazing.
Wow.
I said, I don't ever want to lose this feeling, ever.
Wow.
And that's how I became vegan.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
Wait,
just kept it
how many
going.
days was it again?
It
How
was
many how
the
many
raw.
days? Yeah. How
Oh,
many
we
days?
went. It was well, my husband did it for 30 days, and I did it for 45 days.
What? Oh
Yes.
my gosh. I know that must have been, you guys must be really competitive because
Yes, it
I
was
can hear you
so.
now. Well,
I felt so amazing. I felt like I could fly. Like I was like, I wish I could just bottle this up and give it to people so they can see how I feel right now.
right. Well, that is true. When you start, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Yes.
You're like, I'm gonna be hungry. And first couple days you might be because you're thinking your regular self. But then after you get past, I say you can pass past the fourth day,
Yes.
then you start.
The third or fourth day, you're good.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
body's like, okay, this is the lifestyle now. And it gets used to it.
yeah. Now,
mhm.
it's a challenge. But Rich, have you ever tried being vegan?
I did. I was about maybe 24,
Mm-hmm.
and I had been in and out of the boxing world,
Mm-hmm.
and so a couple of fellas I met, that was trying to learn different stuff about health. We decided to go on this journey, with being vegans. So I did it. I did it for a year. I did it for a whole year. No meat, no dairy,
Whew.
nothing.
Yeah, I did it for a while, almost 5 years, and then I
How
fell
Wow.
off.
was it?
It was fantastic. Everybody, if I showed you pictures, you'd be like, "Who are you now?" You'd be like, "Girl, what happened? What happened to the cheekbones?" Like everything, big difference. It's like
Mhm.
people thought I was modeling again. That's how good I looked, like nice and slim. My regular self, everything. My skin was flawless. But
Right.
I fell off, and I didn't fall off so deep. I'm only, I only time I eat, well, not meat. I don't really do red meat. I don't do pork at all. That's no. So I can do it. It's just what's around me is my thing.
Right.
That's really what it is. So chef, we'll get to that on how we can avoid that if we're try to become vegans. But what you have a mission to save one person at a time. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So I lost all of my immediate family due to health problems,
Hmm.
health preventative problems that could have been prevented if they would have ate healthier.
Hmm.
And just us as African American minority individuals, we tend to eat horrible. you know. So I decided to create a menu and introduce different choices to us in the form that we're used to tasting. You know, to try to, you know how you throw that hook out there and you just reel them in,
Right.
you know, because if they could taste something that they're kind of used to tasting and it tastes okay,
Right.
then they'll be more susceptible of trying it.
Right.
You know, instead of just saying, "Oh, I don't want to try it. It's bland. I don't want it." You know, so you know, just losing my father to prostate cancer. I mean, my father had colon cancer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My two sisters, they passed away like 6 months apart.
What?
One of them had a heart defibrillator and it stopped working. The other one had cirrhosis of the liver. And a year later, my mother passed away.
No way.
You know, so
Wow.
and part of it was, you know, stress.
How did you get through that?
So
Yeah.
I became addicted to health and wellness.
Me too.
I studied and I wanted to study herbs and what healed the body. Because I didn't want anybody else to go through that. So I said, if I can at least study, because, you know, people don't like to sit down and read anymore. Everything is fast. So if I can at least study and get the knowledge, you know, I could share my knowledge with the world, you know, so they can start, you know, converting themselves, you know, or trying to eat a little bit more healthier. So that's what I did. I got to the point where I was at the gym, not only mentally, it was mind, body, spirit. I was at the gym for like 4 hours a day.
Wow, sound like.
And my daughters will call me and they're like, "You're still at the gym? Like, what are you doing?" So I was literally just in there, I didn't want to leave, you know, and I'm just like, I got to get healthy. I don't know if it's hereditary. So I guess that was part of me trying to cope with everything that I went through.
Right.
You know, as well as, you know, trying to take care of myself. But it was also, you know, a coping mechanism for me, because a grieving mechanism, you know.
Yes, absolutely. My brother, when he died, the same thing. People thought I was crazy, but I went into like full health nut mode, like, because that's all I could do. That's all I had, you know. And it's a long story short, but you know, he was like I felt like he was like a twin to me or something, you know. And he was all I had because I grew up in foster care at the time. So that was why I was even more like, oh no, wait, what do I do now? Because you know, you identify yourself by your family members or whoever it is, your favorite brother, sister, whoever it is, right? And then when you don't have that identity number, you're like, okay, what do I do? So I was like, he died of heart disease at 41.
Oh wow.
Body like Michael Jordan or like Mike Tyson, like a cross between the two, like fit, really six packs, the whole nine. Yeah. The coroner was like, I've never seen heart disease look like this ever.
Wow.
Said, when I pull back the sheet, he said, I would. If they said, what did this guy die of? I would never say heart disease.
Wow.
He said his arteries were clogged 90%.
Wow.
And he knew better, but he couldn't do better. He hadn't had a stove in like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 years, something crazy. Yeah. So that's your hot plate and food. I can guarantee you what your fate will be. You know, vegetable oil. What's the other one? Canola oil clogs your brain. That's what a lot of dementia, I believe, is playing a role in it. You know, all my fact check. You can go check that fact. I already checked it out. Check it.
Absolutely. Yep. You're right. Correct. You're right.
You know. So I totally get it that you went in on like, okay, I got to save a life or figure out how to turn this around. So God bless you, because most people give up and just be like, whatever, I don't care. But you,
and it led me to like I was doing like selling platters, vegan platters out of my home.
Wow.
I would come home and I would sell vegan platters, and my husband was like the delivery guy, him and his friend, and they would take it to deliver to like the malls and the barbershops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's crazy because people that knew where I came from, like when I was selling them out of my home, like the platter, they see me now at these restaurants and they're like, oh my God, I remember when I bought the first platter out of your house. Like, this is awesome, you know? And then I would rush home from my 9 to 5. I have a psychology degree, so I was doing taking care of mentally disabled individuals.
Wow.
And I would rush home from my 9 to 5, and I would do a social media cooking show on my social media platform to try to get people to know how to cook it at home, because that's the majority of people's issue. They don't know how to cook it.
That's where I was going to get into
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're like, how do you cook it? Where do I start? What do
Right.
I ran out of recipes, because a lot of people when they go vegan,
Mhm.
they eat like all carbs, rice, pasta.
Do they?
Yes, because that's the only thing that they
True.
can really
That's all
eat. That
sugar. Straight
that's
Yeah.
sugar.
everything turns into sugar.
Ooh, and
Everything
yes,
turns.
bread, pasta, rice. That's why I don't touch it.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I've been cheating lately. Again, I had a whole regimen: no bread, no pasta, no rice, no dairy, no cheese, no milk, nothing. I mean, I was going hard body, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, if I'm in Europe, I can slip up a little bit. Oh, I can just a little bit. And Dr. Witchcomb was like, no, you can't. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. I was like,
Yeah.
but I just want to one time. So now I have to start all over again. And
Yeah.
really, I got to do a detox and just buckle down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
what are the benefits? First, what are the benefits? Because people have so many. I love to hear people's. I try to tell people, friends of mine who I know are sick, really sick, and I said, you can change that around right now. But they're like, oh no, I just have to have my pork chops. I'm like, girl, pork chops and bad kidneys don't go together. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So they don't get.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. People are so stubborn, and they're so conditioned to eating like they eat. That they don't. I don't think that they don't think that they can do it. They just don't want to do it.
Yes.
So it just heals you as a whole. When you start eating more from the earth, you're healing your body internally. The more fruits you eat, the fruits detox your system.
Yeah.
The more vegetables you eat, it rebuilds your system.
Right.
So fruits and vegetables are the key, to rebuilding your system, eliminating mucus.
Yeah.
Just tackling any kind of internal diseases that you have. If you keep your body at a high alkaline, keep your acid down, it'll fight off any disease that you have. It's like it can't win that war. You know what I'm saying?
I know too well.
Yeah.
So I know so many people that come into my restaurant and they say how when they went vegan, their blood pressure went down, no more diabetic. They're not diabetes. They don't have to worry about being, diabetic. The cholesterol went down, blood pressure, like everything. And they talk about how amazing they feel, and it's just changing the way you eat.
That's it. And that's the hard part because, I think it's, and this because you did psychology, it's the mental. Because and that's why I love that you do a holistic approach as well, because it really is up here. It really is. It's not about what we've been brainwashed, and this is not bad or good. It's just a thing. We've been brainwashed. Rich, that fried chicken with that Lowry sauce, the hot sauce, and put it on the bread. That's how we've been trained. Like
absolutely,
collard greens with some other turkey necks. I mean, that's it's all like mental food porn. I call it. That's what I call it. So you're like, oh yes, I remember that. My grandmother's touch, right? Chitlins, whatever you eat. And if you get that part out.
Absolutely.
This is for me. The mental is more damaging than the actual.
Yeah. Because we allow our minds to control us instead of us controlling our minds. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you a story. Like when I first decided to stop eating like poultry, like chicken, I told my mother, I was like, I'm not eating no more poultry. I'm done. I'm trying to get, just get away from the meats, period. Because I had chicken and turkey left. And out of the two, I was like, which one can I stop? I'll cut the chicken out. Because that's the worst addiction. I'll cut the chicken out. And if I could do the chicken, I know I could do the turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I told my mother, I was like, I stopped, and she was frying chicken that day.
Oh God.
I was in my room. I was asleep. She came and she was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" I said, she woke me up. I said, "I'm great." She said, "I'm frying chicken." I said, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "No, I'm not going to eat no chicken." So she left out. She came back probably like an hour later. I was knocked out. I felt something on my lip. I put a piece of chicken skin on my lip.
No way.
Right here. I was sleeping and I licked it. And I was like, and I went and got that chicken.
No.
I said, "You is no good, Mom."
Mama. Shame on Mama.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's a great story because that's what I'm talking about. Like even your friends and your family are so mentally conditioned that they don't mean it. They don't mean to be mean and say, come on, you know you want some licorice.
Yeah.
We have licorice at every family barbecue at 2022, every birthday party. We have cotton candy. I mean, whatever the traditions are.
Yeah.
What we do, right? It's a human thing. It's not even a personal. I don't even take it personal. It's just that mom knows you like your fried chicken.
Absolutely. She was testing my willpower, and she won.
Yeah.
I said, this is the last piece of chicken I'm gonna eat. I'm telling you, just after the day, this is it.
How long did it take you to actually stop eating chicken from that day?
After the next day, I did it cold turkey. I was
You
like,
did?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like forever. See, it took me like, I don't know, two years, I think, to really get off of all meat. Like beef was easy. I didn't really like beef anyway. Mm-hmm. And then once they started telling me about that fake glue that they put on the filet mignon and make it longer and you be eating it and don't know you're paying $100 for nothing, I was like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
That was easy. Now they're telling me they're going to put certain things in the chicken. So I'm going to stop. I'm killing. I mean, it's over here. In America, I don't eat it at all. But over here,
mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit. Mm-hmm. I might go to Scotland and cheat a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know everything's different there. It's different.
Everything's fresher.
Yeah.
Everything's fresher there. It's a different taste. Because when I was there, I was like, wow, the food tastes is different. It's like it's fresher. Different.
You don't have to buy organic vegetables in certain areas because they're not spraying yet. I'm sure they do it, but for now. But that's still, you should still be eating to live, as Dr. Sebi and who was it? Somebody had said that quote. It's not him. He didn't originate it, but someone said eat to live. That's where I'm at because I didn't realize the power of food to kill people.
Absolutely.
And harm people and maim people and literally keep you home in a wheelchair, amputate your foot and your leg and have you talking about I can't walk up them stairs. What?
Yeah.
You can't walk up the stairs, man. What's the point, right? Because it's supposed to be a mobile body.
Right. And you see more and more people that's getting there, especially the moms and pops, that, the big mamas and the grandmoms that cook on Sunday. You see more of them getting their legs amputated. You see more of them, they're on dialysis. You see more with, diabetes really, really bad. And it's just sad.
And it's stuff preventable. Yeah. That's the part. If you smoke, put the cigarettes down. Like it's nothing to it. Not even nothing to think about. Just put them down because eventually you're killing off your cells individually. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
It just makes no sense to me. What would be the first suggestion you suggest to someone? If I said, I want to be a vegan today, but I've eaten everything under the sun. I eat pork, I eat everything, dinosaur, everything. What would be the first thing that you would tell me to do? The first thing today, if I want to start.
Well, the first thing I would tell you to do is detox your system.
I was hoping you say that. Thank you.
Yes. You have to detox because number one, we wasn't taught to detox.
Nope.
Because I tell everybody your body's equivalent to a car, right? Just like you get your car oil changed, right? Mm-hmm. You have to do that to your system. When you're oil change in your car, that's the pipes. They're taking all that gook out of there, right? So when you detox your system, you're taking all that gook out of your colon and your intestines. Mm-hmm. Because that stuff just sticks there over the years. It just sticks there. And it turns to toxins, parasites are having parties in there.
Polyps,
all that stuff. So you want to detox all that out of your system.
Yes.
Once you do that, you'll start thinking better. You'll start feeling better. You'll start having more energy.
Like a new person.
Toxins just weigh you down. You don't have no energy. You start gaining weight. You can't think clear, and you're wondering what's going on. It's because you need to detox. I do 3 detoxes a year.
I try to do 2. I'm late for this is 23 and 3. Oh, I'm late. Yeah, I'm late. I used to do a 14-day one.
Yeah, I do every season. Every season I detox because all the
how do you do yours?
So I have a detox tea that I sell, and it's all natural herbs.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Wait.
Yeah.
Try to put it in let me go back small and go put it in here. Go ahead. Where's it at? Where can we find it?
You can get it at any of my restaurants. So my ingredients is papaya, parsley leaves, mava leaves, holy thistle, blessed thistle, and marshmallow leaves.
Oh yes, marshmallow leaves. I've heard about those. Okay. So you got to I have to get it from your restaurant. You can't order them online.
Yeah, you can order them. I ship to all 50 states as
Okay.
well as out of the state.
What is there a website they can go to? Wait, do I have it in here? I thought I put it up here. Hold on.
I'm in a process right now. I have my
Good.
my website designer uh putting all that stuff on my website so people can just go to my website
Oh,
to get it.
beautiful.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But if they want it now, they can call any of my stores and order them.
What's the number?
So the number to my violin store is 856-457-5026. And my New York City store is 609
457.
457-5026.
That's one. For detox.
That's fine. That's my violin store.
Okay.
And my Atlantic City store is 609
Wait, 1609.
449
449.
8045.
Atlantic City.
That's a great story, by the way. Great restaurant.
Detox. Okay, there you go. I put that in there so people can see it.
Okay.
Hey guys, that's just so you can see it. If you are in Jersey, you can actually go pick it up. And lucky you get to eat with the chef. I'm all the way over there. I'm like,
I ate with the chef. I was happy.
It was good, right? Now what? Now wait.
Oh,
so go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Rich.
No, go ahead. That's right.
I was gonna say another myth or thing that goes on with people talking about vegetarians is, it's there's two things. It's boring. I don't have anything. Like one of my friends, like, well, I can't just keep eating something like quinoa. And I was like, boy, you need to learn some recipes, okay? Okay, you don't need just quinoa. You can make it more exciting than that, okay? And he was like, well, I'll throw some corn on it. I was like, corn? No, that would be a no, please. For 500 cost estrogen dominant food, no, don't do it.
Corn was made for cattle to eat.
Exactly.
But and a lot of times people just don't know the difference between vegetarian and vegan.
Thank you. Tell us that, because that's what I was supposed to ask you.
Me and Tanya was just talking about that. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. So vegetarians, they don't eat meat, but they still do dairy.
Right.
Vegans don't eat anything from an animal. They don't do dairy. They don't eat meat at all. So that's the difference between them. So you could get a vegetarian meal and it's no meat, but it has like egg whites or egg in it. So
isn't that contradictory? I don't understand that.
For vegetarian?
Yes. An egg is a chicken. Egg, that's his baby.
Yeah, but they call the egg whites and the eggs and the cheese still because it's not meat. They still label it as.
But the egg is unless you eat only the white, but then it's like, okay, so you kill his baby and then you eat the white part? That doesn't make sense. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm standing up for the cows right now.
Yeah.
Chickens, I got you, chickens. But I'm being silly, but you know what I'm saying. To me, I still can't get that concept of my vegan friends. They're like, "Yes, I eat eggs." I was like, "Wait, you eat eggs? What? How do you eat an egg? That is meat. What do you do? What happens to the egg if you let it fertilize? If you let it keep going?
Right.
It becomes meat.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just the thought.
Yeah.
But okay, so I won't argue that point because everyone's dead on it that they're still a vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, the vegetarian. Because you see, like, even when you go out, you'll see menus that say vegetarian. And they have like the V for vegetarian. And then they'll have like the V for vegan. So it kind of confuses people. Because a person can get like a vegetable burger, but they put real cheese on it. So that's technically a vegetarian burger. It's not a vegan burger, it's a vegetarian burger. Because it has
vegetarian,
yeah. What makes it vegetarian is the cheese.
It's confusing. Now, how do we know how do you say it? The healthy things are? Because my vegan friends, I keep telling them, y'all doing better than the average person. It's still way better. I mean, the fact that you don't eat any meat, okay, that right alone is going to keep you around for a little bit longer, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But there's things like they're overkilling on the soy products. They're killing, beasting. And soy is estrogen dominant whatever activator. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but you know what I mean. It's even if you they said, well, it's not the mung beans, the soy, the little square ones, all that stuff in the long term on a daily basis. I can't imagine unless you're like, 80 with hair on your chin, I can't imagine how that would be good for you. I'm just saying.
Well, back in the day, soy was, because you just don't know what they're putting in it now. But I know that I was a soy formula baby.
Oh, was
So
you?
I grew up drinking soy formula. I couldn't drink regular milk.
Wow.
My mother, she tells me the story all the time. How she had plenty of different brands of milks, baby milk that she gave me, and I couldn't eat it. I couldn't drink it. She said every time she would feed it to me, I would get sick, and she's like, "What is wrong with this baby?"
And she didn't breastfeed.
Yeah, she tried, but
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so she went to the doctors, and they said, "Well, try her on soy formula." So she tried me on soy formula, and I was fine. Wow. And I drank soy formula up until I think I was like 3 years old.
Really?
Wow.
I never did milk. I never was a fan of milk. Like it was something about milk and cheese that it was just like bloat me.
Right.
Every time
you never had no health problems or nothing.
Never had any health problems.
Good for you. So that's what I don't understand. Like, how do we know what's right and what ain't right? It's like
right. So, like I said, back in the day, the soy was good. Now they put so much stuff in,
and it's genetically modified.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, but you would have to eat. A lot of people think that if they eat soy, they're gonna grow like man boobs, or they're gonna, and you would have to really eat a lot of soy.
Well, they do. Yeah. They put it in everything. That's why it's like all the fast food places, them little chicken sandwiches ain't really chicken. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We do not necessarily agree with the McDonald's advertisement.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. It's like, put it this way. I can tell what you're putting in your food by the size of your little 5-year-olds. They look like linebackers. You probably put soy in your food.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if they're looking like linebackers at 5, something in that food is not good.
Yeah, because they're injecting the cattle with hormones and all that stuff, and and to make them grow bigger. They're a baby chicken. Yeah. They can get a baby chicken to be an adult size within like 4 weeks.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, now they're saying sometimes even less now. Yeah.
It's so gross. The fish. I saw the fish now. I went to a restaurant and I was like, "Can I have a sea bass?" And they had one. He was like, one was really small, and the other one was like this. And I said, "Can you explain that for me?" Because I thought you got fresh kill of the day.
Right.
He was like, "Well, don't worry." He thought I was saying I want the big one. And he said, "Well, we get any big ones?" And I was like, "I got a problem with you getting the big ones."
Right.
I said, "How you getting on them big ones?"
Yeah.
They're super big. I said, "That's a problem." So now I don't go eat at the restaurant nowhere because that tells me that fisherman, somebody is shooting them things up with something.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you, Tanya.
And I saw the real one.
Yes, and you have to realize too, like I tell people this all the time, like back in the day, it was, it's always been killings and stuff like that going on. Right. But now it's even more. People have to realize, like when they're slaughtering the cows and they're slaughtering these animals, that tension is still in the meat.
Yes.
And energy is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Energy is all around us at all times. So that's in the meat and you're eating it. So, that's why people are so angry and just.
Yes. That's our young kids. I believe the sodas that are outdated and stamped in like the hood areas, the quarter waters, all that stuff. Not my kid.
Remember those quarter waters, Tanya? Yeah, I haven't heard that.
I used to look at them and be like, "It's blue."
Yeah.
Like
I used to.
Kid, like I ain't saying that.
Yeah, I used to say the same thing when I used to see the blue, like the dye. All I thought about was like cancer and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even go that far. I was just like, "It's blue."
Right.
Like, it's blue. They would be like, "What's wrong with blue?" I was like, "You don't have blue in your stomach. Your stomach is like red, but it ain't blue." So that was me linking colors. Like, no, because that's a good indicator a lot of times on food. The color and how it feels and how big it is. That's one of the ways I like to investigate food now. I'll be going to the market like this. I don't think so. Those blueberries are not real, because you just don't know. I went to this one guy thinking I'm going to support a local farmer, blah, blah, blah. They were like, "Oh, what did he tell me?" And this is in Bedford. He was like, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And he goes, "It's something, it was a cross between arugula and lettuce. They crossbred it." And I was like, oh heck no, we're not. You crossbred this, and he's all proud. Yes, we got a new one. It's like
Wow.
it was like arugula letter. I was like, no, we're not doing that. So I was like, thank you, and I left. I was like,
Right.
because if
Yeah.
you cross that, what else are you going to try to cut corners on?
Right. But you know, you can't trust the supermarkets either, because you know, anytime you have seedless organic grapes, that's like a red flag. Like, how can you have seedless or an organic in the same sentence?
I was good. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes,
people,
thank
they
you.
can stamp organic on anything. People just get it.
Yeah. Well, all organic means, I thought, was the soil doesn't have chemicals in it. It doesn't mean the other parts, which is I could have still grew it in the lab technically.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have those chemicals in it, in the soil. I think it is in the soil. I want to say technically to be a jerk. Yeah. In the soil, I believe it is, then it's organic. So it is weird. But we have so many things that we can use as common sense now. I mean, you could look at the darn lemon and see the lemon's like this big. You could probably like a basketball.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not an organic lemon.
Yeah, yeah.
And biggest one, Dr. Amsu told me this, from the Great Black Detox. He said, if you put your fruit on the window or wherever, and in 3 days it's still looking pretty and all that stuff, what time it is. I was like, really? All your food stays pretty now for 2 weeks in the refrigerator.
Yeah. And they spray it so much with that plastic. Forget the name.
Yeah. And I found that out because one day I was walking down the street with my father, and we passed a fruit stand that they have out here in my city, in my hometown. And I saw this shiny red apple, and I said, "Dad, can I get that apple?" He said, "No." So I was like, I thought he was being mean, but he explained to me that he learned when he was working for a certain place that they actually use car wax, or used to use car wax, to put on fruit, especially apples, to give it that shine. And people don't realize what they're eating. So that's why when I saw your restaurant, I was like, wow. Like, it's actually my wife found it, and then it made me think of Tanya, because Tanya put me onto Great Black Detox. That's how I learned about that. So when you explained to me what you knew about health, and then I remember what Tanya was telling me, I was like, oh, y'all got to meet, because I had some health issues, and Tanya steered me towards Great Black Detox. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I learned more about what they're doing to the food.
Absolutely.
They make it addictive too. A lot of people with diabetes, the doctor was telling me, because my father, suffers, and I have a mild case, but the doctor was telling me a lot of times it's not that people just don't care what they eat. What Tanya was saying about the psychological part, in our society, especially for people of color, food has been a psychological crutch or a medication, even a drug. Because in doing research, I found that there are addictive agents in a lot of food. So the body craves certain types of unhealthy foods after it's been introduced to it. So even though people know it's killing them, they actually go through like withdrawals in a grieving process. And I mean, I know about addiction because not only it being in my family, but Tanya and I were colleagues in the field as drug counselors. So, they've done a lot of research, and there's a lot of similarities with heart disease and food addiction, between food addiction and drug addiction.
Absolutely. Serotonin level, same thing. Same response.
Yeah. And it's,
and sugar. Did you see the study on sugar?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sugar.
Oh my goodness. That's the same response from cocaine and sugar.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Now, which is worse, sugar or salt? Because both kill people of color.
Yeah, but I would say sugar, because
I would say sugar too.
Yeah, only because this. Yeah, go ahead.
You could. I mean, there's healthier forms of salt.
Yes.
You can get like Himalayan salt and stuff like that. So.
Right. Yes.
Sugar is just like.
No evil.
Yeah,
they created that on purpose. If you go look at the documentary, if you go YouTube documentary on sugar in the 1970s, I want to say, as long as that go, that they had to suppress that video because they did not want anybody to see it, because it showed exactly what it does to the rats and exactly how addictive it is, and exactly all the health problems you have are likely related to that.
Absolutely.
You trace it right back to that sugar, because that's how bad sugar is for you. You're not supposed to have more than 14 or 19 grams a day. I think it's 14 or 19.
Yeah, it's just 14.
Yeah,
Well,
and
less
that's
than that.
including everything. Yeah, that's including everything. Your
Yeah.
fruit, everything. So, but if you have bread, pasta, and rice, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, that's breakdown. Everything breaks down to sugar. So
Yes, which is why you're not supposed to eat it. If you eat potatoes, it should be purple potatoes. If you eat rice, it should be black rice.
black rice, absolutely.
Because the white rice not only does it, Not only does it turn to sugar, but I can't say it physically. What's the word? Medically speaking, but it also attributes to people having bad spine backs and stuff. There's something with this, not cyanide, something in the rice is not good for your back. I'll just say, and that is why people, let's say in China, may live to be 100 years old, but they're usually bent over, aren't they?
Right.
You know, they're not walking upright straight.
Right.
You know? So rice is not a good look unless it's certain. What is it? Black rice, wild rice, and one other one I'm missing.
I forgot. Brown, is it? Because I was
definitely
told
not brown. Brown turns.
Oh, okay.
brown.
I was
They
told
have,
that.
They have a red rice that's really good.
Red rice. There is one other one. It's Egyptian rice. Oh man, is it? What is the name of it? I forgot the name of it. When I think of it, I'll let you know. There's one other one that's okay amongst the groups, but I stopped eating it.
Well, out of the two, black and wild rice is the best rices you can.
And that's what I heard. Yeah, because I heard that with white rice, I heard rice in its original form is not white, so they do something to it.
They bleach it.
Yes, which is the problem.
That's straight poison.
Yes, it has cyanide. I heard in it, but maybe I'm saying the wrong ingredient. But I heard it's not good, especially for people with stenosis. Not good at that. Well, not good for you at all. And my friend just told me like, oh well. So I said, well, I know a lot of cultures that eat a lot of rice and they're fine. She said, name some. So I said, well, in India they eat a lot of rice. She said, and what does India have the highest rate of? I was like, kidney transplant. Okay, my bad. So you know, little things that you're like, wait a minute, I didn't think of that. You know, you think someone looks great because they're 100. It's like, but they're bent over, you know, which fine. If you have to live like that, that's fine. But why would you, if you don't have to, why would you?
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
So with becoming, you know, vegan and just trying a lifestyle, you know, definitely detox, like you were saying. And also I would, tell people to just cut like a day out every week, you know, like try to make a day where it's just all vegetables and fruits, and then gradually just, you know, increase it as you go. You know, and the more you increase it, the better you'll feel. You know, and there's so many recipes you can make. You could do mushrooms, you could do spinach.
Now see, chef, that's another question. Mushrooms. So mushrooms are good for you. Some are great for you.
Some.
Right. Yeah.
But there's some that are very not good for you, like the ones they get in the store, the basic ones. But we say, well, it's better than getting McDonald's. Do we think like that instead? So if I'm poor or don't have a lot of money, it's better for me to get those. Is it better for me to get those, let's say, portobello mushrooms than to say we're going to go to McDonald's? All right, it's a better choice technically. But in the world of mushrooms, which ones are the better ones?
Well, you want to stay away from. Well, I usually do like the. I do the portobello mushrooms. I do oyster mushrooms.
Yes, oyster.
I do oyster. I do the lobster mushroom.
Good fried chicken. That one.
They have a what is the name of the mushroom that you can fry chicken?
Yes.
It's like a chicken mushroom.
Yeah, it looks like it tastes just like it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So it really tastes like, and the lobster tastes like the lobster mushroom as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So they have their. If you're psychological, once again, and you're like, I just can't give up fried chicken. Okay, you gave up fried chicken, but it's in the form of a mushroom. Fine. I think it's still better than not doing it at all.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's
And
good.
I also follow Dr. Seby's
Yes.
his list of foods and vegetables and stuff like that. I actually had a chance to visit his camp in Honduras.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yeah, it was such an amazing experience, and
Right. They're still
definitely want to
there.
go back. Yeah,
Right.
they're still there. The daughters run it now.
Oh, Kelly, or the other one?
The other one,
What's her name?
I forget her name.
Yeah, well, that's awesome because they're awesome. I've listened to her on the radio. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she inherited all that stuff and studied hard. I'm so happy that people are trying to get our community together because it's sad at this point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I recommend anybody that's have any kind of ailments to go down there. So when you first go there, they give you a consult and they ask you why you're there, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I told them I wanted to eliminate all the mucus out of my system. Okay. I said I want to get rid of all the mucus because mucus creates diseases and blah blah blah. Right. Although you're vegan, you still accumulate mucus, right? Yeah. So they said okay. So they write you up a little regimen, and in the morning time, and all the food they give you is alkaline, so they feed you, which is a plus. Wow. In the morning time, you have fresh fruits, which is good, and then they give you like bitters and stuff like that to take in the morning. And then for lunch, they'll give you like hot meals. Like you may have like mixed vegetables with the quinoa and stuff like that. And then for dinner, they give you a sea moss drink. It's a hot sea moss drink. And that's your dinner.
Sea moss.
Wow.
Yeah. And throughout the camp, it's like all fresh running alkaline water. So they encourage you to drink that all day. And then they have like soursop trees, and you can pick the soursop from the trees. And they have like, fruits and vegetables all over and throughout the camp.
Wow.
And it was such an amazing spirit. Me and my husband, we looked like two different people when we came back. My staff was like, "Oh my God, you guys look great.
Wow.
You're glowing. Wow. Oh my God, you lost." My husband lost like 20 pounds. We went for 7 days.
Wow.
And I was down like 15 pounds, and we just felt amazing.
Wow.
And it just goes to show when you change what you're eating, even though we were vegan.
Right.
Still, it was what they were feeding us was, of course, better than what we were eating, obviously, right? And along with the herbs they was giving us, and we just felt like amazing.
That is amazing. Right. I love stuff like that because I know the power of it because I've done it, but I feel bad for my friends who've never even tried and won't try. What do I say to my friends who say, oh, I can't live without my meat? Like, what do you say to that?
I hear people that say that all the time. And you know what I tell them? If the doctor tell you you're going to die if you keep eating that, right, or, you can't eat that in order for you to live, then what will you do?
Right. Yeah.
Well,
hopefully say, okay, if you eat steak again, it's gonna kill you within a week. What would you do?
Well, there are some people I think would still eat the steak, just like the cancer smokers who was doing this on the ward.
That's the addiction part, though. Like, and I think
right there,
psychological, like you said, Tanya. Yeah. And we learned that because, like I said, we were colleagues in the field. That addiction part is very, very real, and that's why, Sharonda, like when my wife introduced me to your restaurant, I was like, we need a Sharonda in New York. We so like the market is wide open. I was talking to Tanya about that. I was like, because
you need one here too. You need to start popping them up. Like,
right.
They have the S vegan. I'll just say I won't give nobody free advertisement like that. But you know what I'm talking about. S vegan. You need to be popping them up everywhere because I'm telling you, even myself have been inspired. And my other brother was a chef, not me, but I do like to cook. But I have great ideas for raw, what do you call it? Macro organic, literally. So I'm like, you don't even have to cook it. Let's go.
Yes.
It's because I'm looking around and seeing the need. People really want to do right, but they don't have the tools. So they can't say, well, let's go eat at a nice restaurant and have a nice meal. Because it's usually like, okay, it's steak and lobster and whatever. But if they saw a restaurant, like yours, that they knew they could trust, I bet you'd be packed.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
it's hard to find all vegan restaurants.
That's what I'm
Me and
saying.
my husband, we go to all vegan restaurants because you don't know if they're still doing the cross contamination.
Yep.
I mean, we have a place where they have like a big vegan option
Mhm.
that we go to, but it's just hard to find a vegan restaurant that you don't want to be. Oh, should I order that, or is that real cheese? Or you want to be able to order anything on a menu and feel like you know good about it.
Yes,
That's why
exactly.
your restaurant was like a breath of fresh air.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, once I started eating there, Tanya, I didn't go to no like, burger joints or nothing like that,
Mm,
because that was one of my addictions. I'm confessing now.
right.
Y'all don't got a confession
Okay.
out of me.
Everybody's got their thing. Everybody got-
I
I've been doing.
listen. I always tell men. I said, if you sit around some sisters, you are gonna confess something, and they ain't even gonna have y'all spirit. No, y'all spirit just is so strong. I'm over here repenting.
That's true. That's true. It's okay, Rich. I've been craving a burger for a year,
Right.
but
Yeah,
I won't
yeah.
eat it because I'm like, nope. Unless I went to Scotland, that's the only way. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
But Tanya, you know what I noticed? That women tend to be more health conscious than men, especially people of color. Because, like I said, it was my wife that introduced me to Sharonda's restaurant. It was you, Tanya, that put me on to Great Black Detox. That was after I got sick. I had to get sick to call Tanya and be like, Tanya, guess what? You know, but like I noticed that, and that bothers me because a lot of us, a lot of men have died for us to wake up and be like, we need to be listening to the Black women in the community when they talk about health a little more and going to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like it took a lot of us to die for us to wake up and be like, maybe my wife is right. Maybe my sister is right. Maybe Tanya is right. Maybe she knows what she's talking about. Because my way ain't working.
Right.
Right.
You know?
That's the catch. That's the catch. Well, that's why we have Sharonda on the show to tell us, so that hopefully somebody will hear something and say, "Oh, well, that is me."
Yeah,
Because
and
what are some of the effects the meat have on us? The bad effects that meat have on us, Sharonda? Yeah, I know.
I tell everybody this one thing, okay? This
Mhm,
is what I tell everybody. If you put a piece of steak on your table
mhm,
and you leave for a couple of days and you come back, what's going to happen?
mhm.
Maggots is going to come out of it.
Maggots.
We didn't
Ew,
put those maggots there. They came from the meat.
that's disgusting.
So just imagine when you're eating pork and beef, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
And it takes 3 to 6 days for your body to digest it.
Yes.
So which
Mhm.
means it's living in there for 4 to 6 days. And some people that have like bowel issues, it may live longer in there. The meat stays longer.
Whoa.
You
Wow.
know.
Yeah.
So just imagine what's happening. It's
Ugh.
sitting in your intestines. It's just sitting
Ooh.
there. It's
Yeah.
rotten. It's
Mm.
sticking on the walls of
On
your
the
Yep.
walls.
And
your
that
intestines.
turns to black. Yep.
So just that right there tells you what meat does.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know.
Well, what
It's
about
parasites.
parasites? Yeah. Oh, I mean, ooh.
Parasite, yeah, parasite, and
Ooh.
I think everyone should do a parasite cleanse as well because we all get them,
Yes.
right? Even being vegan, you can get them.
Yeah.
From the vegetables and the fruits.
Yeah.
You
Soy.
know, I
Mhm.
mean, the only way you're really going to know if you're getting legit fruits and vegetables is if you're growing them yourself. And I think people should start leaning back to growing, having their own little gardens and stuff like that. That way they know exactly what they're getting because they're growing it, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So, just like scratching and itching, we're not supposed to be scratching ourselves and itching. That's parasites.
I know.
Mhm.
Scratching your head, that's parasites.
Yeah.
They just live in your system and they have a party.
Yep. The
They
feels.
love it. They love being inside of you. So
Yes.
this is
We
why I tell
feed them
people,
with the sugars and
yeah,
all the yeast products. We feed them.
absolutely. They have a party in there. They be jamming up in there. And this is why I tell people you have to do detox. You have to detox your system.
Yes.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to. In order to eliminate all that, you have to detox your system.
Well, that's the first thing. What would you suggest? 7 day, 14 day? I mean, I say 14 if you have a health problem.
Well, you will know, like, okay, so with my detox tea, It's 7 days. A gallon is 7 days.
Oh.
I tell people, you'll know when your body is done detoxing because you'll feel so great. You'll know instantly.
Instantly.
So what do you do for 7 days? You drink the tea only?
No, I have a menu for you to follow as well.
Oh, so you get to eat? Oh, great big black detox. No food, just the herbs. That's it.
No, you get to eat. Yes.
I had no food. I was like,
No. You want to do it. You want to be successful when you do it. You don't want to. You know.
I did it. I was able to do because they give you herbs, so you're not really hungry. It's only the first 3 days psychological hunger. You know, after that, I was beasting. I looked fabulous. I gotta say, but I want to see what else you do because I got to do a reset. I really do.
But the thing is, when you do that, then people that haven't eaten so long because they were detoxing, they start overindulging. They start eating the stuff they missed. They don't last. They don't last with the journey. You know what I'm saying? So like when you do a detox and you're not consuming food, first of all, your mind is saying, "Oh, I can't wait to get off this detox so I can eat."
Right.
You know,
I know
so
that
now
feeling.
you're going back into that cycle.
Yeah, that's true for most people. For me, it worked. I know how to wean myself back in. Like I didn't just be like, I think I'm gonna have a piece of fried chicken today. I just said, let me start with a watermelon. Then I started with another fruit. And then I did a soup, soup like mostly celery or whatever, something really minor. Then I weaned back into like if I was eating quinoa or whatever that was. I didn't just dive in, but I know what you mean. For most people, it is a thing like, okay, I'm finished. Let me go back to my regular self.
That's like people that do the Daniel fast. People that do the Daniel fast, they do the Daniel fast for 30 days. They feel great. They've lost this weight. They just feel amazing. And then they go. My question to people out there is, why do you go back to that person that you were? Because I don't ever want to go back to the person that I was.
Right.
She's gone.
Addiction.
I don't want to feel that way. I don't ever want
to,
and I don't ever want to lose. And there, people ask me, do you feel like cheating sometimes? No, I don't feel like cheating because I don't want to lose this feeling.
Right.
I don't want to lose this feeling. I want to keep it forever.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't want to go back to that. So why do people go back? I just don't understand.
You know why? I believe this is just my observation. Addiction. See, I had to sit down and really say, I'm addicted to this type of food. And that's when I started to make progress because I would do that. I would go on I was vegan for a year. I wasn't eating any blood, flesh, nothing, not blood. I don't want y'all to think I'm a vampire. But I know I said that wrong. Sorry. Yeah. Tanya's like, wait a minute, Richard.
Not the vampire series.
But I remember feeling better, right? But this is what the chemically addicted go through. They feel better. They get that great job. They start looking better. But in the back of their mind, they're like, I miss that comforting feeling when they use dope or when they took that drink. So that temptation stays until you overcome. See, and that's why, the world needs to see people like you and Tanya because you guys are people that have overcome. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. But when you overcome, that's when you say, I don't need it anymore. And I've just like working as a drug counselor, I've seen people who have said, I don't need the drug anymore. But then I've seen people, they've had 8, 9 months, 2 years clean. And then boom. And that happened to me with my diet. It was like the cravings. That's why you have what you call relapse prevention plans, because I understand that food is just as addictive and maybe even more because it's socially acceptable. It's part of our culture.
Right.
Grandma's cornbread and chocolate cake, that's part of our culture. We came from church and then we ate. So we even connected it psychologically, like Tanya said, the psychological part. We even connected it with our spirituality.
Right.
So that separation is hard for some people. So, blessed are those who make it out because y'all are inspiration to those of us who are still fighting for our life.
Right. Absolutely.
I appreciate Chef because that's what we need, more people like that. Because it's easy for me to tell my friend, but somebody like her to actually have modalities and plans and methods in place. You know what I'm saying? A whole thing behind it, a whole lifestyle behind it. That's what we need. Because
absolutely.
And
I tell people, I tell people, challenge your mind because a lot of, we allow our mind to to control us instead of us controlling our mind. So challenge yourself, because
Yeah.
when you look in that mirror, you're challenging yourself.
Yes.
Look in that mirror and say, I can do this for a week. That's all you need is a week.
That's it.
A week eating just vegetables or fruits.
Yep.
With my detox, I give them a fruit cleanse.
Mm.
So they're eating fruit on with my detox. But just that week, people come back and they're like, oh my God, I feel amazing. And it's, you know, it's such a blessing that I've converted so many people and changed so many people, you know, illnesses.
Right.
You know, and
your food is great.
they go to their doctor and they're like, I'm not taking this medicine anymore. You know, or the doctor will say, what are you doing? And they'll say, well, I did a detox and I did this diet. And they're like, wow, you need to continue to do it, you know? And it, you know, people just have to start believing that, you know, they can do it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So food, health, and mind, they all interact. Is
Absolutely.
that how you got into the wellness coach part of it?
Yes.
Because it all goes together. Dr. Mate Gabor says that. He said, I had all these patients, I was an MD, and they were having more mental than they were physical. So he became a psychologist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to, because, you know, your mind, you got to think about it. Your mind is always going. Like, we're always thinking.
Yes.
You know, it's all kind of thoughts are going through our mind every second of the day, you know, and we have to just learn how to control it. Yes. And a lot of us don't know how to control our mind. No. We just let it wander off, or, you know, we let it, oh, you could do it, or you can't do it, or just do it this one time. Don't worry about it, or go back, you know, start this day, you know, and we listen to our mind instead of us controlling our mind.
Right.
What about the fact that there's a lot of people that the vegans and vegetarians that I told you they're not eating healthy food, oils. How do we know what oils are good for us and what oils are bad? I mean, I know generally speaking, any food that's fried is definitely not good.
Yeah.
Because you're killing even if it's not the oil, then you're just killing the nutrient that would have been in it, right?
Yes.
So is there any suggestion on that? Like, can I sub out for an air fryer?
Yeah, air fryers are really good.
I don't know why restaurants don't have them.
Yeah, air fryers are really, really good.
Yeah, my wife has
air fryers. As far as like the oils, I would, you know, if they really needed to have that oil, I would recommend avocado oil.
Yes.
And coconut oil.
Yes, that's what I use. So
they're the two oils that I would recommend.
Okay.
They had the oil, but air fryers are really good. You can do a lot of stuff in air fryers.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince restaurants I know where I know the owners to go talk to manufacturers about making a store size one.
Yeah, the commercial ones. Yep. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody about that. Make it commercial for air fryers.
It makes sense that if we know that this is healthier, why wouldn't you not do it? And it's easier. It takes way less time.
Yep.
Way less time. So it would save everybody's life in the long run.
Absolutely.
And I could eat my fish and chips. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm getting over the fish. I'm getting over the pescatarian thing. Whatever I did. I did cheat. I told you I did a massive cheat. Massive. Oh,
what type of fish do you eat?
Cod. It was cod.
Okay.
Yeah, because I found out the one I first tried and decided I liked after all these years I hated it, tuna, was the one that has mercury in it. I was like, thank you. That made me explain my memory loss. It's like, oh gosh, here we go. So, you know, I just don't want to do any of it because here's the thing. There's studies done just recently. I was watching a documentary on PBS or somewhere when I was back on stateside, and the scientists were talking about, yes, some of the fish in the water are coming up with two genitals, and they have what's another one? They have something's wrong with the fish, and something in Port St. Lucie area in Florida. Like the whales have dementia. I was like,
oh, yeah, what? I heard something about that. Yeah.
Like, well, I don't need to eat none of the fish from none of that water because that's all I need to know. And if I find the link, I will send it to you.
Yeah, please do, because I don't watch TV. It's a shame. I don't either. But this was a documentary, and it was about water. The whole tent was about Flint, but Flint ain't the only one. Put it that way. Flint ain't Tanya. Flint's the only one we know about. Everybody else find it was in their water too.
Right.
Very disappointing. Yeah. So anyway, so much for that. But I appreciate you so much. I mean, I still have more questions, but I'm like, oh my gosh, time's up, and I know you have to go. But you are the awesome chef, and I hope to get to Jersey one day, or at least order your teas, because it sounds amazing. You look amazing, so that's how I judge it.
Thank you so much.
Like, what's your health like?
I'm pretty healthy. I mean, I don't have.
No, I'm saying I'm looking at you, looking at your skin, beautiful.
Oh yeah, I don't go to the doctors. I do my sea moss, and the last time I was sick, I probably was 18 years old.
Wow. Well, see, I
had the worst flu ever. It was horrible.
Really?
So I remember.
I normally never get sick either, but last year when COVID came, I caught such a mild case of it that I was like, yeah, right. But I had the great detox virus herb. 2 days, I was done, whatever that was. I don't even know what it was. And then I got it this year, and that's because someone put their hand in my mouth. The second time, a little girl literally coughed in my face at the library. And I was like, oh boy, I know. She was just so cute. I was like, go ahead, you can give it to me. Go ahead. She coughed right in my mug, and I was like, there we go. I knew it. And sure enough, that's what it was. But
wow.
But I didn't really get no symptoms. I think it was a headache. The headache is what made me know something's wrong. I was like, I never get headaches. Never.
Yeah, me either.
I never get headaches. So I said something's wrong. That's the reason why I did it. But I took the Bavane tea in 2 days. Whatever that was literally like nothing, not even a sniffle. So I'm like, I think I still have a good immune system. But before that, every 8-9 years, I might get a sniffle. That's it.
Right.
I never had the flu in my life. So I think food is really important.
Absolutely. Isn't it amazing how we were created to feel pain and stuff, and people ignore those signs?
Yes.
That's another reason why people tend to, go to from like stage 1 to stage 2 or whatever they may have, because we're shown the signs in the beginning.
Right.
Your body technically is not supposed to have any pain at all.
Nope. Inflammation, the first sign. That's the first thing. Oh, my knees hurt, my shoulder hurt, my this hurt. That's the first sign. Well, you're inflamed, so you need to get uninflamed. That's a sheer sign for me. Detox right away, because those whatever that stuff that's causing the inflammation that's the first thing is to swell it up, and then once I swell it up, then I get inside. And now you got other problems.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, just keeping your immune system up, because, people see me all the time and they want to hug me and they're like, oh my God, and I'm pretty sure half of the people I've hugged had COVID during the COVID time.
Right.
But I work on myself so much. Wow. Like I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm at the gym by 6. Wow. I'm in there till like 8, and then I get home, take my shower, go to the restaurant, and I'm there until like 9-10 o'clock at night. So that's like my routine, and throughout the day I'm doing like sea moss, keeping my vitamin C up, eating grapefruits and, just eating all the stuff that helps your immune system and building my immune system.
Okay.
Where can
oregano is good too for your immune system.
Yes. Oregano is really good. That's what Italians have been using for years.
Right.
Absolutely. I tell people, like, when you're going to be in large crowds, or like if you're going to like weddings and stuff like that, take some oregano before you go, and take some when you get home.
Oh, oregano.
Anybody in that crowd, if they had any kind of colds or anything,
Oh, really? Because I was using,
because it kills it within like 48 hours.
Really? Oregano oil? The oil?
They have the oil, or you can get capsules. They have oregano.
Okay.
It's called Oregarest.
Oregarest?
Oh. Yes.
Oregarest.
And it's capsule. Okay. So whenever I go to like weddings or anything, and I know I'm going to be enclosed, because most people that did catch COVID, they were enclosed. And another thing, I don't mean to be jumping all over, but another thing, do not wear a mask outside. You want to get fresh air. I see a lot of people walking outside with masks. Yes, you definitely want to get that fresh air.
Yeah. So well, you know why they're wearing them? Because if they have COVID, they allegedly say you have to wear it outside, wear it for 10 days or something crazy. They tell them. So like, you're killing your oxygen, man.
You're killing your oxygen, and you want to get that fresh air. Most people that did get COVID were in enclosed buildings or somewhere enclosed.
Yes, yes. Or someone like me got sneezed in their face.
Yeah.
But I was so happy that she was so cute. I couldn't help it. I was like, "You're so cute." She came over to me, and I was like, "Oh, here she comes." I'm looking all red. I was like, oh boy. She's like, chew. I was like, oh man. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. That's
It was
funny.
hilarious, but it took one for the team, one for the baby.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian part-time, so I be thinking
Right. I forgot to tell you that, Sharonda.
Yeah.
That Tanya's a
Oh, she's so
comedian.
funny.
But
Oh,
Tanya, I mean, Sharonda, I want to ask, right? Because the audience is probably going to want to know, where did you get your cookbook? Because you have a cookbook
Yes.
that's available.
I put the
And
link.
I think it'd be helpful if people have this cookbook.
Actually, I didn't drop it yet, but it's
Oh.
well, I had one. I did do one cookbook.
Okay.
That was like my first cookbook. I did that like 4 years ago. Right. So that's the old cookbook. I just completed my publisher just completed my new cookbook.
Oh, new one.
It's going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks.
Oh, so wait, you have you back on the show again?
Yes, it's going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks. I'm excited about it.
Okay.
We're creating the trailer and everything. And
okay, let me know because I can play the trailer. So whatever you can't come back on, I will definitely play it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So look for it in the next couple of weeks, and
Awesome.
hopefully I'll be on book tour as well.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's what follows. Good. Well, I'm excited, and I thank you so much for taking the time to come, and I hope your people are not starving over there. Saying, where's the chef? Where's the chef?
No, I actually have a chef that's working today,
Good.
And my husband's doing the front, so we're good.
Good. Well, thank you, Sharonda. You're welcome here.
Thank you, beautiful queen. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you more, and I got to find out more about your place because it's just. I heard it was good. Rich told me, hey, grandma, there you are. Rich told me how great it was.
Rich is amazing. Rich is him and his wife. They are so amazing. We have so much fun when they come.
Oh yeah.
I laugh the whole time. I laugh all the time. I'm like a giggly person, but
good.
Them
That's
two,
they
have me cracking up.
Yeah, we because you know what happened? I'll order one thing and I'll be like, give me this too, Sharonda. I want this. I want by the time we done ordered half the menu, so
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'll be back.
Can you mail me one of those burgers?
That's right. Mail me. We'll be back. But thank you so much. I know you got to go. Rich, you guys hang out for a minute. I just want to say hi to everybody out there. Hi, Maria. Hi, Grandma.
Yes.
I see you. I can't see you on YouTube. I'm sorry I can't see you, but thank you. I appreciate you for watching. And for our podcasters, thank you very much. Please like and share and subscribe to our channel. Check out Sharonda. There's the information on here. I put the information on here somewhere. The 1-800 number. Yeah, it's there. So you know where to find her. And if you have any questions, you always can inbox me. And Sharonda, what's your Facebook page? I meant to ask.
So my Facebook is Vegans Are Us.
Vegans Are Us. It's
Yeah, Vegans Are ARE.
ARE
US.
US RS.
And our Instagram is Vegans Are Us _New Jersey.
Vegans Are Us Vegans Are Us New Jersey. I think I got that right. We're gonna find out. Ready? Tell me.
Or NJ. I'm sorry, NJ.
No.
J. I'm sorry. I used to type New Jersey.
So it's
Vegans Are Us _NJ.
Read that comment. So I'll go back. Vegans Are Us. Vegans are is one word?
Yes, Vegans Are Us _NJ.
NJ. Got it. Okay, guys. So you have that information. You can hit us up, and I think we're gonna end with the trailer from the new Blade. But Chef, I know you got to go, so I don't mind if you have to sign off. I
thank
want
you.
to thank you so much for taking the time for being on.
Thank you guys so much. You're a blessing.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon, Chef, and I'll send you the links later.
Okay, thank you.
And to all of our look, I put egans, guys, so you know that's a mistake. It's supposed to be vegans, and not egans. Okay, Vegans Are Us _NJ. Let me just do it again the right way. How about that? In the meantime, have you guys seen the trailer for Blade? Oh my gosh, I'm here for it. I'm waiting for it. I cannot wait for it. I'm gonna play it. The trailer. Let me see. Oh, I just did this so wrong. I'm not gonna play it. It's Vegans Are Us _NJ. There it is. That's better. So yeah, and also a movie coming out zone of interest. My spelling's off today. It's Vegans Are Us _NJ, guys. So that's what it is. All right. But I'm going to play this clip. You don't mind, Rich, if I play this clip, do you?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
I'm going to end with this clip and just hang out with me, Rich.
Okay.
All right. Just give me 1 second. Present. Let's see if I can get this right, guys. Video file. Wait, is it video file? That's right. Nope, that's wrong. It's my bad. Psyched. Present. I can't get this right. Video file. Share screen. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. I got it. All right, so let me make it big for you guys.
The world no longer needs a hero. What it needs is a monster. Is he here? Oh, Sneaky, look.
Sure you're ready for that, Mr. Whitney?
Yes.
Wow.
The world no longer needs a hero. What it needs is a monster.
My family history is complicated.
Nice work.
It will feel strange at first.
Blade.
Sorry. I have to try.
Okay, so I'm here for that. You know, guys, I'm definitely here for that new Blade when it comes out. I know they're on hold because of the writer's strike, but I'm excited, and I'm excited for Zone of Interest. I don't know if you saw the clip for that, but that is going to be bomb.com movie as well. So we got 2 good movies coming out. I don't know about you guys, but after the pandemic and we couldn't go to movie theaters, I'm excited about actually going to the movie over those 2 movies. So, and I want to say a big shout out to somebody. Happy birthday, Ann Marie Cavaliere, and to Gene Thompson. Happy birthday to both of you ladies. Blessings to you. I hope you have a great, fantastic day. And Norma said she'll be watching. Yes, we love you, Norma. And thank you, Maria. I see you guys out there. I can't see who else, if that's Yvonne. I can't see who that is. Big shout out to all of you out there. And I miss you guys. And thank you, Rich, for booking such a great guest. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Any last words before we exit?
Thank you for just allowing me to, hang out with you. It's always great, and you never fail to make me laugh.
Well, it takes one to know one. That's what I say. But thank you, vegan chef. We appreciate you, Sharonda. You guys look her up. She's in Jersey. She's fabulous. And if you can try to become vegetarian, try your best. Vegan if you can, or at least eat more vegetables than meat. How about that? Even that's a start. So we'll work with that for now. But for now, we got to go. So Rich, hang out with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay. I'll see you next week. Next week, I'll have the therapy twins here. Woo, you do not want to miss that show. They are identical twins, both therapists, now comedians. Hilarious. They have a new approach of dealing with any of your problems. Trust me. So next week, next Sunday, it's going to be fabulous. 4:00. All right. Bye.